Hey guys, Brandon here. A lot of you know me as the Hardcore Kid, and this is going to be my Q&A video. I ask questions that you all posted on my channel, and I'm going to see if I can answer them. Now, I'm not going to answer every single one of these questions I got on here. I actually got 100 posts and over 100 questions on here, so yeah, I will only be picking the questions that that I'm most comfortable with, and I'm also not going to be answering a lot of request questions like will you review this or will you review that or something, with a few exceptions, like maybe if you ask for some recommendations or whatnot. Also, this is going to be unscripted, so if I'm talking a lot of spaghetti like I am now, then I apologize for that. Anyway, let's get started. Film Geek of Doom asks, now that you've finished reviewing the Nightmare on Elm Street films, what horror series would you like to tackle next? Maybe Evil Dead, perhaps? There are a lot of horror movies that I really wanted to review on the show. Like, sometimes I originally wanted to do Evil Dead, or maybe I wanted to do Brain Dead, Peter Jackson, which is awesome fucking movie. Or animation-wise, there was this old movie that I was introduced a while ago called The Halloween Tree. It's some really weird movie about this kid who apparently dies and his ghost is floating all around, and these kids are dressed up in costume and are trying to chase him around. Interesting movie, but I don't know. Halloween is a while away, so whatever comes to mind, I'll make sure I'll review it. Do you think it was very mean when Chris from Family Guy was kicking Meg out of the kitchen after she made a horrible joke? It's from the episode Big Man in the Hippocampus. I'm gonna have to be honest, I really never cared that much for Family Guy. I did like all the earlier episodes, but the newer ones are just really getting rather unfunny and offensive. And Seth MacFarlane, I think he's a little hit and miss. I mean, I really like Ted, but I hate those two other shows he's got on Fox, American Dad and The Cleveland Show. I mean, they're just... it's like he's trying to rip himself off. And regarding the Meg character, voiced by Mila Kunis, in the first few seasons, she was just a regular girl, but these last few seasons, the newer seasons, they're just treating her like a punching bag, either with having characters fart in her face or getting her shot at by arrows or something. It just seems like a way for all the characters to vent their frustrations out on her. Oh look, it's Meg. Hey Meg! Yeah, I'm not a big Meg fan, but still, the way they're treating her in these newer seasons just doesn't seem all that fair. Favorite food and drink? Favorite food would definitely be fried chicken. Favorite drink? I'm not really that big a soda guy, but I do like brisk lemon iced tea. That shit's awesome. What are some of your favorite metal bands? I like Metallica, I like Black Sabbath, I like Pantera, and I like the Misfits. Do you like Digimon? I remember watching Digimon when it was on ABC Family, back when it was called Fox Family, and I liked it for the most part, but after the time skip, I think it just got a little too dull, and I pretty much gave up on it. And if you're wondering who my favorite Digimon character is, well, look up this user called L Entertainment, and you might get a hint. Skulls Production asks, what do you like on Theodore Tugboat the most? I really like the models and all the different kinds of scenery in the harbor setting. It's a very low-budget show, but I really do think they did do a good job with it. I don't think they should bring it back, because I'm sure if they did, it would probably be made into CGI, and since every other show being made with models is being used with CGI, it wouldn't be really good. I'm really into these kinds of remote control models. Like, all the tugboats on the show were remote controlled with the eyes moving and wires and stuff underneath. It's a very interesting show to watch. For little kids, of course. Did you ever regret anything you did? And what do you feel was your best, worst review? Having to review Boku no Pico is the worst thing. The best thing would have to be Acid Eaters Month. Basically, I made a month where I reviewed a lot of these 4 movies with really trippy animation and stuff, and it really came out good. I had some really great jokes, and I actually got an Awesome Blog of the Week mention on Channel Awesome's Radio Awesome, so that was really cool. Hey Brandon, I'm pretty sure you have been answered this question a million times, but I wasn't there to hear it, but why did start Hardcore Kids movies? I actually started to become interested in the reviewerverse when AVGN was doing his video game reviews, and I decided, you know what, maybe I should get into reviewing video games or whatnot. I did one video game review, and it sucked so bad that I deleted it, and for one reason I wasn't funny, and number two, instead of actually using a recording device, I actually pointed my video camera at the computer screen because I didn't have a tube catcher back then. I didn't have any screen recording device, and really, if would I do any video game reviews in the future? I don't know, because I'm not that big into video games anymore, with the exception of the Xbox, and really I'm just waiting for GTA 5 to come out. But I don't know, maybe if it's a PC game I'll be able to record it with a tube catcher on my computer, but who knows. How did you end up being a part of Team Tigwatig on Guys with Glass? I uploaded my, I made some of my reviews to Blip. I sent them out onto the That Guy with the Glasses forums, and people started liking them. My 2009 videos I really don't like. I mean, I'm boring, I'm not interested, I have no persona except for the glasses, but I think around the late mid-2010 region I started to become a bit more open and a bit more comfortable with my role. But you know, that's the kind of thing when you start getting into reviews. You start off a little green, but then you grow into it, and then you feel good. How is Doug Walker as a person? Yeah, for those of you who don't know, back in January of 2010, I actually went to UConn convention with my late cousin Jason, and we actually met Doug Walker and his brother Rob Walker up there. And they're really nice guys. They joke around a lot. They got a lot of stuff to talk about, and there's not really much else to say about them exactly, since I only talked to them maybe a couple times. And Doug wasn't at MagFest this year, so we never got a chance to communicate again, but he's a pretty nice guy. Who is the biggest inspiration when making your reviews? Nostalgia Critic, Linkara, AVGN, Spoonie, and there was also this other reviewer that I watched from a while ago that actually sort of gave me the idea. His name was Radical Reviewer, and he wore sunglasses just like me, and he reviewed animated movies like Gen 13 and Secret of NIMH 2 and a few other ones, but he was a nice guy. Sadly, he doesn't make movie reviews anymore, but he was certainly a big inspiration. What makes a good YouTube channel in your opinion? A good YouTube channel would have to be someone who has a good personality, a good sense of humor, and is someone who interacts with the fans a bit more. Because I know Make Me Bad 35, he sometimes replies to his comments, and Jonathan Paula, he replies to his comments. As long as you're able to have a good personality, be nice to guys, have fun making your videos, make funny content, you should be good. Do you think this series of Hardcore Kids reviews has helped you understand movies better? I believe it has. I'm in college right now, and I've actually been taking some courses on movies and such. Like right now I'm taking a film as a medium class. We actually go to a theater and watch movies like Manhattan and Citizen Kane and Rear Window. It's all good stuff, and you're able to experiment and look at all the different camera angles and how they set up footage and whatnot. And since I really want to get into filmmaking and acting and such, I think by doing these reviews and gathering information together, I think it has given me a good knowledge of movies in general. Is Life in a Tent truly the worst YouTube channel ever? Well, from a technical standpoint, his videos were average. I mean, his camera quality was okay, his editing was okay, but his attitude sucked. I mean, After the Japanese earthquake jokes, he just went nuts. Just false flagging videos, threatening people. Apparently he actually sent death threats to a 14-year-old. And then after he was finally deleted from YouTube, he came back and he brought his girlfriend around to start whoring herself out with all those boob girl videos or reply girl videos. And it's like, seriously, man. And as bad as Fred is, at least he doesn't go around flagging videos or threatening people or whatnot. But life in a tent, he's no troll. He is just a stupid idiot. End of story. Do you follow Pokemon? Back when I was in grade school, I loved playing all the Pokemon games on Game Boy, like Pokemon Yellow, Pokemon Blue, which are basically the same game, Gold, Crystal, and Sapphire. All those games were good. But as soon as I got older, my Game Boy stopped working, and then I just didn't care about Pokemon anymore. I watched a couple episodes of the anime. It's okay, but I just can't get into it. And I don't have any problems with the Pokemon fan base in general. I know there are a lot of fans who are still loyal to it, and that's alright. As for me, if I were to play the Pokemon games on Game Boy again, I would, but the anime, it's just not my cup of tea. Who is best pony? Derpy. Will blades come out of your guitar? Maybe. If you can build tiny robots, can you make a Half-Life to life-size robot? If I had $25,000, I could. What consoles do you own? I have a Sega Genesis, a Nintendo 64, a PlayStation 2, and an Xbox 360. In relation to the last question, what is your favorite video game? Yeah, I really like the Grand Theft Auto games. The games for the PSP were okay, but it's basically just GTA 3 and Vice City turned into PSP form. Nothing else. Who is your favorite voice actor? It would have to be Tara Strong. I mean, she voices a lot of really entertaining characters like Twilight Sparkle, Raven, Bubbles, and Timmy Turner, and God knows who else. In fact, I think she's done more roles than any other voice actor in recent memory. She's really talented. She's really funny. I love how she interacts with the fans, and I'm very happy to have her autograph hanging up on my wall. So, yeah. Will you ever do another collab review with Huey Toonmore? Yeah, Huey is the kind of guy who just loves doing collabs with me, and I agree. Huey's fun to work with when we're doing collabs, but I think I might not be doing any collabs with him for a while. I really want to stick to more solo work right now, since collabs have been a bit of a pain to work with past couple times. Although I am going to be part of another collab coming up, which I originally recorded at MagFest with Happy Viking and Rosenhacker, so it should be coming out soon, and I'll let you guys know when it's released. Did you know that the Nostalgia Critic and the Angry Video Game Nerd cameoed in one of the recent anime mentioned in the previous question? Yeah, I thought that was pretty funny seeing them in there. I guess there are some anime creators who are fans of AVGN and Nostalgia Critic. Interesting. In your opinion, are there any good shows on Nick or Cartoon Network? If so, what are they, and why? There's not a whole lot to say about Nickelodeon, but if there is one good show that I like on there, it would have to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, because I have actually seen Ninja Turtles on Nickelodeon, and it's pretty good. The voice actors who I've actually met and gotten autographs, that they have a lot of fun with their roles. Jokes are pretty funny. It's not quite as good as the original Ninja Turtle series, but I still think it's a good adaptation. As for Cartoon Network, I think there's 3 good shows on it that I like. Adventure Time, Dragons Riders of Berk, and Gumball. Because I loved How to Train Your Dragon. I saw the movie a while ago, and I thought it was really entertaining. I liked the characters, I liked all the action, and the TV series, I'm glad they put it together, because I wanted to see more, and I didn't want to have to wait for the movies to show up, which, yes, they're making 2 more movies, which I really don't see the point, because the TV series is good, and I think the characters are well developed, they're very likable, and the action is still there, so I really don't see why they have to make 2 more movies for it. As for Adventure Time, seems to appeal more to both a kids audience and an audience of young adults, because there is some adult material in Adventure Time, like they like to say sucks a lot, and there's also some sexual innuendo here and there. Do not do tier 15. Just remember that. And Gumball is also, it's really goofy, but it is lighthearted and funny. And also the main character is a cat, and as I really do like cats. But yeah, Nickelodeon has Ninja Turtles, which is good, and Cartoon Network has Adventure Time, Dragons Riders of Berk, and Gumball, and that's pretty much it. Since your laptop is dead, can we, the fans, donate for a new, shiny, and high-end gaming desktop for you with NVIDIA or AMD technology built inside? Why or why not? No, actually, I'm not looking for any donations right now, because right now I already sent my laptop in to Dell to see if it can get fixed and get a new hard drive on it. And since it's on warranty, it really shouldn't cost that much. And even if I do need a new computer, I don't need any donations for it because I have a job. I'm financially secure, so besides, I know there are some people who have been getting in trouble with money and Kickstarter and a whole bunch of other junk on the internet. So, but no, I'm not accepting donations. I do not need any money. I'm perfectly fine. What are your thoughts on the Nostalgia Critic's return? I'm gonna have to be honest. I liked Doug's work from 2008 up until about 2010, 2011. But his latest work was getting kind of stale, and I was watching him less and less. And I thought he ended his show on a bang with that In Boldly Flee review, but then he decided, after I've heard about this demo reel show that he had that really sucked. I never watched demo reel, so I really can't give my opinion on it. So he brought Nostalgia Critic Show back, and personally, it's really a downgrade from his earlier stuff. Like, he's adding more and more skits, and they're really not funny, and his videos have been getting longer. His latest review was 40 minutes long, which is ridiculous. And yes, I know my YouTube failure lists pushed an hour, but you know, those were long as well. But yeah, usually I think if your videos are about 20 to 25 minutes, that should be tolerable, not 40 friggin' minutes of just random unfunny skits on top of one another. And I think if Doug actually toned down on those, he could get back to his he could get back to his niche instead of just, you know, stuff like that. What do you think of Gligar 13 vids? Haven't watched any of his vids. As far as I know, he's Mario Teplumber 2.0. That's all I can say. How many personalities did you or can you do in one review? I could do as many as I want if I'm up to it. I mean, so far I've only done about 2 personalities in one video, me and British Guy. I really haven't thought of making any other personalities of me. I have been bringing other people into my videos to help out and try and make it a bit more entertaining. I actually got some people at Motorama to film a skit for one of my upcoming reviews, so that should be pretty funny. Could you ever do a crossover with the cartoon hero against Diamanda? You know, I actually talked to Eli a while ago, and he said he was thinking of actually coming to MagFest next year, and since me and Diamanda Hagen are most likely going to MagFest next year, we could have a possibility of having like a 2-on-1 fight against her. It could be cool. What is your favorite sport? Football. New York Giants, baby. Aside from Doug Walker, who are your favorite and least favorite reviewers on Tigwatig, and why? My favorite reviewers on Tigwatig right now would have to be Linkara, Cinema Snob, and Film Brain. My least favorite would have to be Angry Joe, Blockbuster Buster, and The Amazing Atheist, who isn't even on the site anymore, simply because I think they just try too hard to be funny, and by raging and making unfunny jokes, and Blockbuster Buster just looks like some imitation Angry Joe, And the Amazing Atheist, who I already talked about, was just a complete douchebag, pretty much to his viewers and to other contributors, and, well, I had every good reason to put him on the list because he's just not that funny. What are your favorite Hardcore Kid reviews? Least favorite? My favorite would have to be the Fred reviews. It's a lot of fun picking apart those video movies, and they're just so horrible and so annoying, and I actually was at my angriest in those reviews. My least favorite, I think most of my 2009 videos, or my Cats Don't Dance video, because, again, I kind of didn't have the proper footage to collect everything, and I thought my jokes were a little too... Who is your favorite Let's Player, and explain why? My favorite Let's Player would have to be Dishban. He's this Australian kid who's also a wrestling fan. He's done a lot of Let's Plays for a lot of humongous games like Freddy Fish and Pajama Sam. He did a lot of all these other these short Let's Plays of games, like a lot of Nickelodeon games like Rugrats Search for Reptar, which I thought was really funny. And he's Australian, and Australians are cool, mate. Have you ever had an anime you actually liked plot-wise? Oh, absolutely. I like Dragon Ball Z, I like Full Metal Alchemist, I like Bleach, I like Ranma 1/2. A while ago, there was an anime on Toonami that played for a while. It was called Dead Man Wonderland, and I thought it was a good show. It had some good characters, some pretty awesome action scenes. It was also really gory. But it only lasted 12 episodes, and some people were saying it was on hiatus because the creator was in maternity leave. But then I later found out that it was canceled, and that sucks because I really wanted to see more of it, and now I won't be able to unless I get the manga, and, well, I don't read that much manga, so that might not happen. Do you play any musical instruments? Yes, I play the drums. In fact, I have my drum set is right over here. I've been playing drums since 2004. I haven't been in any bands yet because a lot of my friends don't play any musical instruments, but unless there are people who, any bands that are in need of drummers, hey, I play drums. Can you review, because those are the only questions I'm seeing and it's kind of pathetic. Hi, Waymoo! What if you did a music review? You seem to like heavy metal and punk. Well, I do have a lot of AC/DC and a lot of Ramones and a lot of Black Sabbath albums. I might do some music reviews along the line. How long will the Hardcore Kid be on for? And when do you plan to retire the name? Yeah, well, when I started doing the show, I was 18. Now I'm 22, so I'm really not a kid anymore. I think what it'll all come down to is if I start getting fatigued and not interested in reviewing anymore. And right now, I have been having a bit of computer trouble, and school and work has been becoming a hassle, so I don't know. I really have no idea how much longer I have left, but depending on how much time I have or whenever I feel up to it, I'm going to keep the show going, just not sure when I'll quit, though. When did you become so interested in robots? I started getting into robots when I first started watching the Nickelodeon series back in 2003-2004. And I'm looking at all these robots like Rosie the Riveter and Propellerhead and Revolutionist and all these guys, and I'm thinking, you know, I could get into this. So for the next couple of years I was thinking, hey, I should build a robot, not just a tiny robot, but a big 220-pound robot and fight in events. But that didn't really happen because, one, it's too expensive, and two, there aren't actually any heavyweight tournaments around here anymore. Most of it is just ant weights up to featherweights, which weigh 30 pounds. And I competed at my first event in 2005. I had a D12, which is in a big pile of junk over in my closet. And I purchased a couple of robots, I got some kits, and this is my latest one. It's called Mondo Bizarro. It's built... it's a kit bot built by this guy from South Carolina. It took first place at the recent Motorama event, which is the biggest combat robot event in the Northeast, and I'm really happy with it, and I'm glad that I have this hobby because it's a lot of fun, it's cool going to fights, and it's cool meeting people there. It's a good way to socialize. You said you would be going into the Extreme series of Robot Wars, but it isn't out. Are you tired of doing reviews for the show, or is it far down on the to-do list? Yeah, doing the Robot Wars videos was insanity. I mean, so many videos I had to convert, so much writing. I actually have a guy, his name is Ian J. Miller. He's known as Rossetti Replicas. He writes a majority of the script for it. But the thing is, with those Robot Wars videos, it's a lot of effort, a lot of editing, trying to keep all that stuff together, and I really haven't had much interest in doing the reviews of the show, because I was more into the animated movie reviews, because, well, they're shorter. I am actually going to review Robot Wars Extreme and Series 5 right after I do Grim Adventures of the K&D and Rock and Roll, and then I should go back to doing those. So. What are your thoughts on Marky Ramone's Blitzkrieg, the career choices of Michael Graves? I like Marky. He's one of my favorite drummers, and I like how he is trying to keep the Ramone spirit alive. I do think Michael Graves is a good singer for his band. I think it is a good career choice, and he doesn't try to be like Joey Ramone. He does sing with his regular voice, and he does all these songs. I actually went to their concert back in March of last year, and 35 songs in an hour and 15 minutes is quite amazing, and I really had fun at that. And I got the whole show on my YouTube channel, if you can look it up. So, at the same time, I kind of wish he was back with the Misfits, because right now the Misfits, their lead singer is Jerry Only, and that guy cannot sing for shit. Michael Graves, he is a good guy, though. I do wish the best for him. I hope he keeps up doing what he does. I don't know if he'll ever go back to the Misfits, but who knows. Do you think the Land Before Time franchise deserves a reboot, akin to what Christopher Nolan did for the Batman franchise, or is it too late? I think the Land Before Time series has run its course. There's no need for a reboot, no reason for any more sequels. It ran itself into the ground years ago. I think the franchise should stay dead the way it is. Who's your favorite member of the Teen Titans? It would have to be Beast Boy, because he's really funny. He's got a crazy personality. And even when he's not acting goofy, he does have his serious moments. Like, I know in Season 5 he became the leader of everything, and Season 5 is pretty much Beast Boy season, and I think he's really cool. And Greg Sipes does a good job voicing him, and Kevin Levin and Ben 10, and Michelangelo in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's a pretty cool guy, although he does post some of the weirdest shit on Twitter, like vote Roseanne for president, or dog is God, and all kinds of crazy stuff. Hippie power. Yeah, but he's pretty cool, and I have heard some of his songs, and he's pretty cool. He's a good singer and stuff. On January 22nd, 2013, Adult Swim uploaded the controversial episode of Dexter's Lab, Rude Removal. Have you seen this episode on the Adult Swim page? If so, what are your thoughts on it? I didn't actually see it on the page. Morgan from Vaulting actually sent it to me, and I watched it. Oh my god, I cannot believe that episode was actually existed. Like, what the hell were they thinking when they made it? I will say this, though. I can't believe I'm saying it. It's actually it probably has to be the funniest Dexter's Lab episode ever made, and that's because I'm a very immature person, and seeing cartoon characters like that cussing nonstop is hilarious. And it's not like in that SpongeBob episode where they don't leave any hints of what they're saying. Like, you literally hear them say bleep off, you bleeping douche bleep. And I've heard rumors. I heard rumors about it prior, and I'm thinking, oh wow, gee, I wonder what it's about. And now in 2013, about 10, 11 years after it's ended, you finally see it, and it's hilarious. That's all I can say. If you were hired to direct a theatrical film, what would it be about? Oh my. Well, like I said, I really am into filmmaking, and at the college I go to, I'm working on. I'm learning about filmmaking, acting, theater, and all kinds of stuff. I have directed a few short films. There was the Rich Casey film. There was this skit I had to do for my school, and all these other skits for my videos, which I've also directed. I'm not exactly sure right off the top of my head. I really do enjoy all those old classic gangster movies. I think I could make a movie that takes place maybe in the 30s or 40s and centers around this mob family in a rivalry with this other mob family. I think I could make something good out of it, but for now I'm just making these videos. But I don't really consider myself a good writer. I mean, yes, I have written all these scripts, but I have been actually kind of losing my touch lately. I have been repeating jokes, and right now I'm having to redo my rock and roll review, which sucks because I had so much good material on it. It's all gone, and now I'm completely fried. But if I were to get into the filmmaking business, I really do think I can come up with some good ideas. And I think if I do get my feet wet in terms of making movies or hiring actors or teaching actors or blocking or whatnot, I don't know. I think I could be good. Okay, here's my last question. Your thoughts on Twilight becoming Alicorn? Yeah, a lot of people were really throwing a fit when they found out that Twilight Sparkle from My Little Pony was going to become a princess with wings and such. And I was thinking, interesting. And there were some people who were actually thinking that this was going to be the end of My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. This would be the final episode. And I actually watched that last episode, and it really did feel like a series finale. But really it isn't. I mean, it's actually the first parter of a three-parter episodes. The first part we already saw. The other two parts are going to debut in Season 4. And we're going to get some more development, and we're going to see how they go with Twilight as an Alicorn. There has been rumors that Weird Al Yankovic might actually appear in My Little Pony. I mean, he said so in an interview. If he does, then that would be friggin' awesome. It might be a bit overhyped, but I don't know. We'll see what happens. Season 4 has a lot of stuff, a lot of open stuff going for it, and I can't wait to see what happens. Alright guys, that's enough questions. Thank you very much for all the questions and for supporting and watching my show. I should get back to redoing my rock and roll review. I have no idea when it's going to be finished, but I will let you guys know. And stay tuned. Peace out, guys.